story is, what? What the? How old were those kids? Those were kids, right? Those were kids. What the hell? This is a grown-ass man. I swear to God, those were teenagers. We're gonna have to look at this. What is up, Grocknation? Welcome back to another edition of Grockstar ASMR Walkthroughs. Tonight, we are going to be pulling a teenager and mall ratting a bunch of malls. Grock's been throughout Canada. The first step being this dead-ass mall in the north end of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. This is Northgate Mall. I guess in terms of dead malls, it's not nearly as dead as, for say, Westmount, which we'll see later on. Look at that guy. I bet you there wasn't just coffee in that drink. That guy looked like he was out of it. So guys, I'm going to eat Worthy's Original while we do these walkthroughs. I hope you guys enjoy that. And I'll give you some commentary. Well, buddy, you're going to run into this woman. And I'll give you some light commentary on what we're viewing. Now, this mall is one of my first memories as a child. To the right on this corner used to be the Royal Bank. And this is where my aunt used to work. She used to ride her bicycle here from Castle Downs. This total, whatever that is, used to be a Royal Bank. And my grandmother would take me to visit her. And there are sometimes my aunt actually took me to work with her. One of my first memories when I was 4 years old was of riding in the back child seat of her bicycle from Castle Downs to Northgate. Northgate Mall is the primary mall for everyone in the north end of Edmonton. One of the bigger malls, anyway. People from Castle Downs and St. Albert would frequent this mall. I can easily say I haven't been in this mall, or comfortably say I haven't been in this mall in easily over 15 years, maybe more. These videos aren't watched ahead of time. I just look at the timers and yeah, it looks like this is happening during Christmas season. I'm gonna guess 2019, 2018, based on the lack of masks worn on everybody. I think this gentleman has a whole bunch of videos of Edmonton malls and he just quickly walks through, which works perfectly for our walkthroughs. I hope there's someone's phone is going off. I think it's this guy. I hope someone's done the same for the Toronto Mall. I want to walk around with you guys. So how you guys been? I haven't heard from you guys or seen you guys in about 2.5, 3 weeks. I apologize ahead of time. Yeah, it definitely is Christmas. I've been working on my new house renos on most of my days off. I'm actually currently dealing with a massive blister on my hand from yesterday's work. Alright, little fun Grockstar fact. I have a picture of myself and my cousin Chantal sitting on a Santa's lap from this mall. I just remembered that. It's funny because she's crying her eyes out and I'm sitting there happy. She was terrified. But yeah, I warned you guys that the videos would be a little more sparse while these rentals are happening. I do have a spring fragrances video with a really surprise unboxing I'm really excited about. That'll probably be out next week, if not the week after, so you guys got that to look forward to. give it a, or the video, give the video a like. If you're new to the channel, definitely hit that sub button, turn those notifications on, and sit back and enjoy some chill down Grockstar style ASMR. Actually didn't have much plans to do a ASMR video on this day's off, as I am about 2 hours away from going to my home again and tearing out some more carpet. The nice thing about these walkthroughs or these commentary gameplay videos are they're so easy to make, and I can put this content out for you guys fairly easy. Right here we have an H&R Block. Those of us in Canada know, in my younger days when I would get my tax returns, if you went there you would get to check on the spot. They would keep like $100 or something, I can't remember. But as a young guy, getting back $1,000 was a big deal. Is this guy leaving this mall already? This mall was only a 6-minute walkthrough. So I think I'm going to go through, didn't mean to do it this way, but we're going to go through from my favorite to least favorite malls. Or you know what, no, that's not fair, because a lot of these malls have nostalgic purposes for me, or memories, and they're not what they used to be, and that's not fair. Yeah, there's a food court upstairs. I slightly remember this. This slightly looks like Calgary's mall. I can't think of it right now. They have a nice food court on the top floor overlooking a nice big window. It appears Northgate does not have that luxury, and that's it for Northgate. Alright, so here we are at Londonderry Mall, which is north central Edmonton. We're getting into territory now where these videos, with these bigger malls, are going to be 20 minutes plus. So I'll try to skim through some of these videos for you guys. This is actually a pretty decent sized mall. I'm not sure it would take me 20 minutes to walk the whole mall, but we'll see what holds up this gentleman here. So this is one of those malls in Edmonton. They went through a massive renovation in the mid-2000s. From that 80s and 70s look to what you're seeing now, this more modern Brighton look. The next mall we're going to look at is a prime example, and it's actually one of my more favorite malls. I was actually in that Simone's in 2019 with my sister and her douchebag former ex-boyfriend. I think I got myself a scarf there. This mall, I would say, would probably be our second favorite shopping mall when I was a kid. My family would come here often. The mall you guys are going to see next is probably our number 1, but this was definitely number 2, and it's very similar in size. So this guy must be doing all these walkthroughs around Christmas time, because once again I see the Christmas lights in the windows of Blue Notes. I ventured out lots when I was a kid in Edmonton. When I had my bicycle, me and my friend would go ridiculous distances that I certainly wouldn't be happy with my kids doing today. Like, I'm talking, I'd be in the south side, the north side, and be downtown. For whatever reason, I just think I couldn't find it. I never made my way to Londonderry. To tell you the truth, much like Northgate, I haven't been to Londonderry much in the last 15 years, just 2019. To meet my sister and her shitbag boyfriend, and before that, maybe when I was 14, we did Christmas shopping here, and I remember at a Spencer's, I'll Francisco store. I'm aging myself again. I found a really awesome Stone Cold Steve Austin t-shirt. And I told my mother that I really wanted that for Christmas. And she was mad at me because she's old school and she doesn't want you to tell her what you want. And I staked out the location. I set up a sting operation. And I watched from across the hall. Alright, so he sounds like a grown-ass man. It's a man for sure. And I watched from across the hall. And watched her go in there. And I was so happy. I'm like, she has to be in there for that shirt I just showed her. And she did. I got that for Christmas that year. I remember I was 14 or 13. No, it must have been younger. I think I was 13. It would have been 1989. It was Stone Cold's Blood from a Stone t-shirt, which was so cool, I thought. It had the Austin 316 with the blood dripping down. And it had his bloody head in the back. It was such a cool t-shirt. And I remember being super bummed out that it wasn't skin tight like Steve's was on TV, because obviously he's a jacked man in his mid-30s, and I was just a skinny 13-year-old boy. So it looked like Steve Austin's pajamas. But yeah, that's my memory of Londonderry, my last memory before this visit. We came here often when I was a kid to see Santa Claus. And my biggest memory of Londonderry, which they don't have anymore here. I actually talked to another one of my sister's boyfriends. I actually like this guy. I can't believe my poor sister has the worst taste in men. I used to like this guy. We both knew like the history of Edmonton and the malls because we were mall rats when we were teenagers. And one of the things I often remember about this mall is the massive fountain it had. I think at the very least for this walkthrough of Londonderry, we're going to at least see the area where the fountain was. Like it would shoot up to the second story. It was so nice. Yeah, I don't know about you guys. Did you guys hang out at malls when you were teenagers? I know I did. I used to walk like 20 blocks to get to West Edmonton Mall when I was 14. Just a weird 14-year-old boy. I used to walk that far and just walk around the mall. You know, you got no money. You just want to like be around a big group of people, and you know everyone's happy. People are buying shit. It's a good time. You're going, Grock, you ever shoplift? Well, yeah. When I was way younger. And the next mall, I'll actually have a funny story about that. But no, for the most part, you know, this is where you would go down, you'd meet people, maybe you'd meet, you know, a group of girls that were doing the same thing you were doing, and I always remember West Edmonton Mall kind of coyly flirting with this group of girls. It was me and my friend, and they were doing the same thing. They were just walking around listening to their Discman. Discman. Again, I'm aging myself. At least I didn't say Walkman. And we kind of finally talked to them after about 2 hours of coyly chasing each other around the mall. But yeah, like, mall ratting was like a way of life in Canada, I would say, for teenagers. Teenagers and probably 80s, 90s as well. Sorry, 90s for sure, but 80s as well. 2000s maybe as well, I think. I mean, I was mall ratting in the early mid-2000s. 2010s, 2020s, now this is a different generation, man. This is the phone, stay-at-home, internet. Everyone talks on the internet kind of deal. Makes their friends on the internet, you know. There's real no more physical interactions anymore where you go and meet people. I mean, there's meetups on these internet, you know, interactions, but it's not the same thing. I mean, when I was 18, 19, I'd have to go to a club or, you know, a social, like, exercise area like my mixed martial arts club, or, you know, maybe a rec softball or whatever to meet women. And then you take them out on, you know, dates. Or in a case of the bar, you take them home from the bar. Now, you know, you have Tinder, which is after my time. And you just swipe on someone you want to fuck and they swipe back and you guys meet up and fuck, and that's that. You know, it's very fucking lazy. And I might sound bitter, but maybe I am, because it wasn't that easy for me. I've had similar situations where it was close to that easy. I mean, before Facebook, I'm aging myself again, there was a social media called High Five, which is essentially Facebook. And the thing that made High Five unique was that you could see who viewed your profile, and they could see if you viewed theirs. And I would have girls who would view my profile a lot, and if they were cute, I would message them. We'd set up a time to meet up, and maybe we'd go out for a dinner or just to hang out, and then, yeah, we'd hook up, and that'd be that. So I guess that's kind of like Tinder. Let me grab another candy for you guys here. Alright, another classic Werther's Original. If you guys haven't tasted Werther's Original, you've been living under a rock your whole life, or you're a teenager going nuts in old man candy. Well, it's not. It's toffee. It's delicious, and it'll be something you'll like for the rest of your life. You will and can't get addicted to them, though. They are teeth eaters in that you'll give yourself a goddamn cavity if you suck on them too much. I was like that with blow pop suckers. Lost my first tooth over that. I was a wisdom tooth anyway, it had to go. So now we are upstairs. We are passing a Le Chateau on the left. We got a hipster doofus with a top hat at the Virgin Mobile desk. And we got my fiance's favorite shop in the world, the Body Shop. She loves it. This guy's debating whether or not he wants to go into Claire's. Alright, so we are approaching the area in Londonderry, where this fountain used to shoot up to the ceiling. It was just down below here, where they have this Santa Claus set up. He doesn't have any customers, he's bored, he's waving. He's talking to the Mrs. Claus, you know, hoping to get some maybe from whoever that woman is that took that job. You gotta wonder about those people that take that job. What do they do all year? Do they just take time to themselves, or do they take time off their regular job? We got a Cinzio bakery to the left coming up here. Cinzio's a famous cinnamon bun franchise out of Edmonton, originating from West Edmonton Mall, which we may be looking at here in this video as well. But I don't want to linger too long in this mall. We've seen what we need to see here, I think. I wanted to see the fountain area and show you guys. I believe the food court is up here to the right. Again, I was here just a few years ago with my sister and her shitbag ex-boyfriend. I don't know if I've mentioned that enough times. But yeah, guys, let's move on to our next mall. A really, really important mall in my life growing up, and I got some really good stories for that one. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so here we are in my favorite mall in Edmonton, which is Kingsway Mall, formerly known as Kingsway Garden Mall. It had a ton of gardens back in the day. There's nothing now. We are entering from the old Sellers door, which holds a special place in my heart, as it's a place where we shopped a lot when I was a child. Sellers left Canada in 2007, 2008, somewhere around there. Target took over, and it didn't even last a year in Edmonton. So now this Sellers vacant store is all multiple massive stores, such as HomeSense to your left. This used to be all dark brown marble floor. The ceiling was black or dark brown as well, I believe. It was a very dark mall. Again, one of these malls that they upgraded into mid-2000s, late 2000s. I spent a lot of time. There's the girls. I'm telling you guys, these girls are dressed like it's the 80s again. You know, the era of leggings are gone, guys. You know, I enjoyed it. We all enjoyed it, but it's gone. I was having this discussion with my friend the other day that you can actually age girls now based on if they wear leggings or not, like full time. You know, they're at least over the age of 25. I would say 25 to 18 to 15 probably is this whole new 80s throwback fashion, but we're getting off topic, which you guys are used to on this channel, so, you know, live with it, I guess. Alright, to the left is the food court, where this little girl is dancing on the stage. Used to be a massive Colonel's. My memory as a little kid first coming to this mall is seeing the Super Kid Colonels, the rainbow colored Colonels, and wanting them always. I never did get them until I was an adult. My parents never bought me any. I don't know if it was because we didn't have any money, which we didn't, we were poor, but I made a little kid bag, wouldn't have cost much. That boy looked like he was chasing a little girl, and he got scared of the cameraman. I wonder if this guy's walking around with a GoPro on his head or something. There's another Cinzio's. That was the second Cinzio's in Edmonton after West Edmonton Mall. La Senza cheap lingerie. When my fiance started dating, I used to love taking her to La Senza, picking out all her underwear for her. I think that's what all young guys do to their girlfriends. You get that 10 for 30 deal, or that one I think was 7 for 20. Now it's all Victoria's Secret and shit, and you can't get those kind of deals there. It's kind of expensive now. This wall you're seeing at the very end used to be opened up. That used to be the old Sears, and Sears has been closed up in Canada. Well, I think in North America for a few years now. Happy Hippo. My fiance loves their bath bombs. I personally don't care for them. I'm a Lush man myself. My fiance always has a big basket of Lush bath bombs and bubble bars. So we're approaching the exit slash entrance that takes you to the main bus stop in Kingsway Mall. I used to love when I was a teenager. I'd have $5 and I would just ride the bus until the ticket ran out. I should say we're going to get into a bit of a story here, but I didn't know when I was 14 and I did it for the very first time that once your hour is up, you had to re-up your bus ticket. I didn't know that. It actually involves Kingsway Mall because this is where I warmed up. So, story time, guys. So I got on the bus at Westmount Mall, and I just drove around. I got a bus to go downtown, and I waited for another bus downtown because I just like to hang around downtown. And I got on a bus again, and I ended up somewhere way out. I guess it must have been at North End, because the mall we were at 2 malls ago, Northgate, the bus stopped there, and the guy's like, "My stop is done. This is it for the night." It was Christmas Eve, by the way. And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, it's done for the night." So I tried to get on another bus, and he's like, "This ticket's expired. You need to." I was like, "Oh, damn." Okay. I tried to play it cool, and I got off the bus. I'm like, "I'm broke. I don't know where I am." I think this is Northgate. And what I did was, what I would tell my kids to do. I looked for the skyline, the Edmonton skyline, and I just started to walk towards it. Because I know if I'm near the skyline, or if I can get to downtown, I know my way home from there. Or at the very least, I know my way, like what direction I'm going in. And so I walked, and thank God it was warm that Christmas Eve. I walked for hours, you guys. And something happened. I was in some neighborhood walking around and some street. I crossed the Yellowhead Road. I knew I was in trouble then. But I knew I was going the right way because I was going to the skyscrapers. I knew. And that's when I kind of knew I definitely was at Northgate. Whoa, whoa, this girl in the yellow. Man, you see the hips on her. Well, mall creeping, maybe when I'm like 50, I'll be a mall creeper. I don't know. Anyway, something happened. I just had this feeling I was near Kingsway Mall. So a guy walking with a seller's bag, I stopped him and I was like, excuse me, which way is it to Kingsway? And he just pointed up, he's like, just up the street. And I was like, oh my god, I found Kingsway. I know exactly how to get home from Kingsway. It's like a half-hour walk, 20-minute walk from there. So Kingsway was still open because it was Christmas Eve. And I went into Zellers to warm up. And I just walked around Zellers looking at, I don't know, clothes and electronics, video games and stuff, just to warm myself up. And yeah, that's my funny story about the buses in Edmonton. So what we're coming up to up here, guys, is the official Edmonton Oilers store. And across the hall where this bell is, just to the left of it, is my shoplifting story. Where Lids is, exactly where Lids is. And that story is, what the, how old were those kids? Those were kids, right? Those were kids. What the hell? This is a grown-ass man, I swear to God, those were teenagers. We're gonna have to look at this. Wow, okay, so, looking past this man's inability to creep in a subtle manner, and let alone creep on non-teenagers. Let's continue on. This is the Oilers store to the right, the official Oilers store in Edmonton. There are memorabilia in there and clothing you can only get in that store and you can't order online. I got a really nice hat from there like 5-6 years ago. I remember my dog chewed it. I was so upset. I sent my sister back to try to buy it for me, and it was gone. I was devastated. But anyway, where that Lid store was back there, before that man was creeping on these kids, it used to be a San Francisco store, and I remember when I was like 10 years old, I was there with my friend Darwin, and he's actually the one that showed me about shoplifting. And we shoplifted one of those little switchblade combs. Those little novelty ones, I don't know if you guys remember them, they're like switchblades. And it even, the top of the comb looks like chrome, like it looks like a knife's in there, but you flip it up and it's just a comb. And I remember I shoplifted one of those with him. And he just took it out of the package and put it in his pocket. This is a Spencer's right here. It took over all the San Francisco stores. It's essentially the same store. But yeah, we went back there a second time, like 3 days later. The same shopkeeper's there, and I remember it was just so obvious we were gonna steal. We were even dug down behind a shelf, talking about what we were gonna steal. We were trying to be sneaky and whispering, and he leaned over. He's like, "Can I help you guys? What are you guys up to?" Oh, we're like, "Oh, nothing." He's like, "I'm gonna have you guys leave the store." I mean, just so obvious we were gonna steal something. I can't remember, like one of those sticky arms, I think. And we're going to this second story, and to this guy's right ass cheek, I guess. The guy where we are, facing that way, which should be, I guess, his 7 o'clock. There used to be a pet store there for years. I used to love coming here when I would come here with my fiance and go and look at all the little animals. I don't think it's there anymore. There's a game workshop. Yeah, Cozy's there now. Game workshops are nice if you guys are into like hobby games like Warhammer, Dungeons and Dragons. Sometimes they have limited board games you might not find anywhere else. They're worth checking into. Yeah, this is a grown-ass man. Oh man. We're getting off topic again, but I can't get over how hard this guy creeped on those those girls looked like they were 16, 17. There was a moment, I think I've talked about this in my stream, where I was 25 years old and I was coming out of a KFC. I had to wait to pull onto the street because my girl that was 16, 17 was walking across the sidewalk and I had to wait for her. And she was wearing capris with a short like croc top. And 16, 17 for women is like 16, 17, 18, 19 is when all their curves come in, you know, like they're blossomed, they're bloomed, however you want to say it. And I remember seeing her as she walked past, and like I said, she's a very, very beautiful young lady. But I remember the first thought in my mind, and I actually said it out loud to myself. I was like, how the fuck does her parents let her walk around and leave the house like that? Dressed like that? Jesus, what are her parents thinking? I was actually kind of annoyed, angrily annoyed. And I remember as I drove away, I was thinking to myself, like, you know, that's great. You're not a pedophile. You would never, ever pursue a teenager. Or even look at one and be aroused or turned on or creep. So, I don't know what the hell, this guy's just not built like that, I guess. Because honestly, I think any girls under the age of 18, some of them even 18, they can be really fucking annoying, and just hearing them sometimes makes me cringe, but I never, ever, ever, ever look twice at a teenage girl, especially if I know she's too young. Yuck. Alright, so paintball per player, it looks like it's a recreation ball. This guy's being one of those annoying kiosk salesmen that you just don't want to make eye contact with them. My fiance's like a goddamn pigeon. They see her coming, they snatch her up, and that's it, she's gone. I never see her again. Alright, so we spent time here. I think I want to spend some time at West Edmonton Mall, as do you guys if you've never been to Edmonton and you've heard about it. Right here, leggings. She clearly looks like she's 20, 25, 30. Like I said, you can age that shit now. Alright, so let's skip over to the west side of the city, which, a fun fact, is about a 30-minute, 25-minute drive from this location, which is located just outside downtown Edmonton, I forgot to mention. So yeah, this guy looks like a cop, or a loss prevention officer, something I used to do as well. Let's skip over there, guys. Take a look at beautiful West Ed. Alright, so here we are at West Edmonton Mall. You guys, this is an hour video. We're definitely not going to do the entire video. We will skim through as we see this 25-year-old woman, maybe 30, 35-year-old woman with her kid. Again, we're aging her by her leggings. We are entering from the Scotiabank Theatre in, I think this is the west entrance. So yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on this guy and see if he creeps in any more teenagers. That really threw me off. I can't stop thinking about it. But for now, yeah, let's enter the mall. This is their massive movie theater that you can only get to from the escalator on the second floor. The mall's actually a level higher than the rest of the mall, or sorry, the movie theater is rather. There are over 800 stores in this mall. It is the biggest mall in North America. Actually, I believe Canada. Oh, he edited himself. He re-edited himself entering the mall because the MILF that was at the screen is now to the right. And, oh, you know what? No, that's not a MILF. That looked like... she looked like she was in there maybe 18, 20. But for whatever reason, he re-edited it. I watched Interstellar in that IMAX theater. I believe that was the only IMAX movie I've watched. And where's this guy going? There's nothing out there except that IMAX theater, my man. You can turn around. I think the last movie I watched here actually was the last Star Wars trilogy, The Last Jedi. Was that the last one, you guys? I'm lost. The last one of the new trilogy. What do we got? Force Awakens, The Last Jedi. I can't remember. I believe it's the third one, whatever that one was. Regardless, that's the last time I was at a movie, in this movie theater. Alright, we're gonna have to skip ahead here. Sorry guys, just jump us ahead here, out of this movie theater. Okay, so here's the escalator going downstairs. The other side's got it going up, and then you got the stairwell. They've had this decorated with the dragons and everything for quite some time now, easily over 10 years. We are coming across one of the most unique things about West Edmonton Mall, which is its massive, massive lake, inland lake / pool. We got the pirate ship, which is entirely made up of styrofoam, believe it or not, and that's been there since the 80s. This entire lake used to have, right below you, the big red, that's Cinzio. I just talked about it. That was the very first one at Edmonton. Submarines used to go all through this lake. I think they removed them. They used to be sitting there underwater, and they actually removed them. Looks like maybe there's a party. There's always birthday parties on that pirate ship. It's kind of its thing. But yeah, submarines used to go through this entire lake underwater. There was 4 of them, I think, and the big joke was West Edmonton Mall had more submarines than the Canadian Navy, which was true at the time. Here is where they have their live animals. It's a seal today. When I was a kid, it used to be a dolphin, and that dolphin used to actually jump out of that water, and there was a buoy hanged to this dome glass in a ceiling, and that dolphin would be able to touch that buoy. It was incredible. They got rid of the dolphin in the early mid-2000s because I guess she gave birth to a baby, and the baby didn't survive, and they got in massive shit for it, and PETA went after them, and yeah, they got rid of dolphins from that point on. Yeah, so now they have seals, and I don't think they have a male and female. I think it's only one male now. But yeah, I said before this is the biggest mall in North America. That is not correct. That is the Mall of America. This is the biggest mall in Canada. And actually where this cage is, I think it's the same cage. They used to have like live lizards and stuff in there. There's a big shot of this entire lake. Very impressive. You could still go underneath from the bottom of the second floor, the main floor. You can go underneath and see the aquatic life they have down there. They have sharks and famous penguins. The penguins that are used in Hollywood, most movies, they're down there. Penguins from Good Luck Chuck and such. And here is Water World. This is a massive indoor water park, which is very unique. Very good place to cool down if, you know, Edmonton gets super hot in the summertime. You know, plus 40 easily some days Celsius. So it's so nice to come here and relax. There's a ton of water slides, and there's man-made waves, and you could just relax and cool off in there. It's very, very nice. I haven't been there since I was a kid. I haven't been bothered going in. So now this guy's gonna continue on down towards the hockey rink. There is a I can't remember what regulation size rink in his center. I always call it the center of the mall because it X's off into all the different wings from there. The Edmonton Oilers actually do a pre-season practice there, and it's always super popular. One of my earliest memories of West Edmonton Mall was actually at one of those practices in 1990. I was was 4 years old on my dad's shoulders watching them practice. Mark Messier, all those boys. Didn't know what I was looking at, but there's one of the many sport cars that they're constantly raffling off, which I found out recently. You don't actually own if you win. You get a lease to own it for like a year or something. I can't recall. They're crazy, like Lamborghini, McLarens, like these crazy $1 million cars, basically. I don't know who in their right mind would drive that. If you want it, in case you want to bang it up. Just to the left up here, I believe we are going to see the Chinese market. The Chinese supermarket, I believe. And below it you have Bourbon Street, which is all the restaurants, and there's a comedy club and all sorts of good stuff down there. There's Louis Vuitton. Hope he goes for a walk down Bourbon Street. Like, guys, this is a massive mall. There's a lot of sections that are just stores. We're going to skim through that. I want you guys to see and experience the things about this mall that are unique. This is actually unique. Yeah, you got all these Chinese restaurants down here. That Chinese market is always packed. Dream tea. I'm gonna grab another Werther's here, guys. Alright, so we're leaving the Chinese district of Edmonton Mall. Now Bourbon Street's now called BRBN Street. When I was a kid, it was it had a New Orleans Bourbon Street atmosphere and decorations, and it was very unique. You almost feel like you were in actual Bourbon Street in New Orleans. It was decorated such as the storefronts or the restaurant fronts look like old, what is that? That French architecture that Bourbon Street makes up Bourbon Street. It looks really cool. Alright, so he's going down towards the hockey rink. I think we can see the opening for it right here. Like I said, I consider it the center of Edmonton Mall. Fun fact trivia, my fellow Edmontonians that remember, is there used to be big fish tanks around this skating rink on the top floor. And, yeah, they just have these massive fish tanks with all these unique massive fish inside them. They're long gone now. They've been gone for a long time. So here's the rink. You can go free skate here. I know a lot of people have figure skating practices here, and yeah, it's I can't remember if it's an NHL regulation or Olympic regulation. I can't remember. It's massive though. I can't imagine them ever getting rid of it. It's kind of a mainstay of the mall, like the big pond. But you never know. That would be extremely disheartening and sad if they got rid of it. There's another mall we're not going to actually touch up on here because it's actually not worth looking at anymore. Westmount Mall. In Westmount, Edmonton. I think it's where this restaurant was with this balcony. The Starbucks, sorry, the coffee shop. I think that's where the aquariums were. But that mall, Westmount, used to have a massive skating rink in there. And it used to be nice. It's probably one of the deadest malls in Canada now. I cannot believe it's even still open. It's so sad when I go in there. It's about a quarter the size it used to be. Again, based on everything here, I'm going to say this is 2019. There looks to be zero regulations whatsoever. Crazy fact, we're talking about this in this particular day, but most of the restrictions, if not all, are lifted in Canada as of today, such as masks and indoor capacity limits, and checking for passports and all that. It's all kind of gone. Alright, so now he's kind of walking away towards area of the mall that really there's so much to see, so we're going to skim ahead here, you guys. Alright, this looks like a good place to come back, just because I want to talk about this whale. This massive whale was missing from Edmonton Mall for over 10 years. It was removed. It just recently came back within the last 5 years. They put it back. It was weird because the floor was blue that entire time. They never changed the floor tile, so it always was this blue floor tile for that space. That entire 10 years it wasn't there. It's one of my first memories of the mall. Again, the mall when I was a kid wasn't this white flooring. It was kind of darker. And as a little kid, I remember being so scared of this whale and so scared to get a picture inside. I never got my picture inside its mouth because I was so afraid when I was a little boy. Yeah, I wouldn't go inside it. I was so scared. But yeah, it's back now, which is kind of fun. What is this? Oh, they have an indoor petting zoo. The thing that's unique and nice about Edmonton Mall is there's always something going on, you guys. There'll be a concert, maybe someone's doing comedy in the middle, like this. There's an indoor petting zoo here. Last time I was here, they actually had little animals you could ride, little mechanical animals, like little bikes, basically. And I made some really funny videos on my Instagram of us riding those. It was really funny. Cause yeah, oh, there they are. There they are, right here. Yeah, they're like grown-ass men ride them. I was riding one around. It was so funny because I made an Instagram video. You can see it on my Instagram, and I was listening to Still Dre while riding it. Well, guys, this is kind of a long video at this point. I think we're up to, I'm not even sure, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I think it's time to start closing it up here, so let's start to get to the other areas of interest in this mall before we do that. So here we are in one of two food courts Edmonton Mall offers. Whoa. Is it 2 or 3? No, it's 2. It's 2, my bad. I'm thinking of another mall. This is the one with the Galaxyland entrance to it. The other food court does not have this entrance. Galaxyland is an indoor amusement park that Edmonton Mall has. It used to be called Fantasyland when I was a kid, but there was a copyright infringement with Disney on that, and they actually removed the name. You could use, there's a hotel that's attached to this, or sorry, a hotel in Edmonton Mall called Fantasyland Hotel, and they were kind of the same. They had these Disney themes to them, and I guess they didn't have the rights to do it. One of my most fondest memories as a boy was spending a day in Edmonton Mall. We made it like a big day trip. It was myself and all my cousins, my aunties and uncles, the whole family got together, and we spent the day in Fantasyland or Galaxyland, and just to age myself again, we went to the movie theaters and we watched, oh, look at this MILF that I had. And we watched Aladdin, the cartoon. It was brand new in theaters at the time. We were so excited about it. So now we're approaching the bottom side of the hockey rink. Or is, wait a second, where are we here? I'm kind of lost. Is this the hockey rink or the... Yes, the hockey rink. I thought we were approaching the pool again. So we're going to skim ahead. I wanted to show you guys the bottom part of the pool as well as the mini bot. Alright, actually, this guy looks like he's going to do a walk around of Galaxyland. Let's do that together. I want to see if he's going to check out Mindbender. You go on Grock, what's this Mindbender? What's the suspense here? Just tell me what it is, you guys will see. The Mindbender is that thing in Edmonton Mall you can go to get your adrenaline up and give you that for adrenaline junkies. Give you me that little jolt. These bumper cars have been here in this exact location ever since I was a kid. Yeah, there's the little kid coaster. I used to love going on that when I was a child. I can actually see it going to the ceiling on a far 12 o'clock by the mini Ferris wheel. They got some midway games to the right. The Western shoot 'em game should be coming up. Like a saloon shooter, it's actually pretty fun. And there's an arcade driving or racing game. Me and my old brother-in-law used to play. My favorite brother-in-law, that is. We get really competitive in it because it was really, really like a really skill-based racing game. Yeah, so this whole theme, or Galaxy, where it's like space, they had to change their whole theme when they got smacked with that copyright. It used to be all almost like Disney themed, and I remember we'd spend the whole day in here. We'd go through everything. It was honestly one of the best days of my life as a kid. One of my best memories. We didn't do very much things like that where we got together with the entire family, all the cousins and everything, and it was a very good memory. Edmonton Mall has these lockers everywhere, which, believe me, you'll want to use them because you'll be in this mall minimum 6-7 hours if you want to go and like do the things. And guys, there's a lot to do here. It's not just a mall. Skating rink, swimming pool, and this amusement park. There's a ton of rec areas. There used to be a shooting range here, indoor go-kart track, the fastest go-kart track in the world at the time. There's so much to do in Edmonton Mall. It's overwhelming sometimes, but I can't remember the last time I walked through the kids section of Galaxy. I guess it's all kids, but normally when I come in here is to play the games. I don't know if they have it anymore, but they used to have a massive slide section, like a play area, and there was this massive, like, 2-story slide. It was so much fun. You had, like, a little maze and everything you had to climb through. You have a little rope maze to the left here. That's new. This might be Halloween, actually. That's the little kid coaster. I used to love going on that and feel like I was an adult. And to the right is the Mine Bender. It's the fastest indoor roller coaster in the world. It is a fucking thrill. The little kid coaster goes in between it, but yeah, there's like 3 loops right there. And it goes so fast, you go right to the top of the ceiling and you drop down. It's so much fun. It's usually on any given day because it's open 24/7. You can just show up and it could be just you on a coaster and you'll get your adrenaline fix. Yeah, this is definitely Halloween. And then you get your tickets there and you can get your pictures there too. It's pretty amazing. This is all inside of a big mall. I've never been to the Mall of America. I don't know if they have the same, I don't want to say amenities, but like the same features this mall has. But yeah, it's definitely unique. There's an entrance over there as well. Fun fact, this coaster killed people in the 80s and it was shut down for a year, I believe. It's always been the horror story people tell their kids to get them to not want to go on a coaster. Is people died in it in the 80s. The very last loop of the coaster, the back 2 trains, I guess, is what they're called. The back 2 trains came off and smacked the bottom of that loop and killed the people. This is the space shot. This goes all the way to the ceiling. And then it drops you all the way down. It's a real rush. makes me want to go out and spend a day here. With my fiance, we haven't gone to an amusement park since 2015. Wallaby in the Netherlands was the last time we were at an amusement park. That was a long time ago. Yeah, wow. Yeah, this video is going to go on a while, unfortunately, but you know, I debated doing Edmonton Mall in a separate video because I know it's so big, but I can't peel myself away from here. There's just so much to see and so much nostalgia. Here's the video. See, this is the area I spend my time in when I come here. I'll come in here with like 20 bucks and I'll just play a whole bunch of arcade games and midway games, and the MILF in a pink to the right actually wasn't bad looking either, was she? What's wrong with, am I a MILF hunter now, you guys? Is being 35 mean you're a MILF hunter now? You're officially, like, is that all you look at now? If you're a regular human being. We're getting off topic again, we're getting on topic of MILFs. Like you see the two girls, the one in the yellow and purple. They're with their mom in a black hoodie. I'm looking at the mom, man. I'm a MILF hunter, it's official. I'm officially a MILF hunter. They got Guitar Hero here, I didn't even realize that. You can trade your tickets in there. He's coming up on that exit on the mall side where he came in from now. The games always change in this mall, that's why it's always worth checking out. It's always worth coming in here and checking out, seeing what the new stuff is. I think that's it, Cruisin'. I think that's the game name. No, that's a bike game. Me and my former brother-in-law used to always play. Alright, now he's getting out, so we're gonna skip ahead, guys. I want to go to the mini-putt, and I think we'll conclude this video from there. So now we are in the second section, or the second food court in Edmonton Mall that comes out onto the mini-putt, which is a mainstay in Edmonton Mall. It's been there from the beginning, and I don't know why this guy changed his video size, but this is actually his video size. I'm not sure why he did that, made it a square, but yeah, this mini golf, I've been coming to this since I was about 4 or 5 years old. It's never changed. It's going to be one of those things, hopefully, when I'm in my 50s, with my own kids and stuff. When I come here, it'll be, okay, your dad's been playing on this for, 40 years now. Yeah, my cousins and me, and we have a competitive streak when we golf here, because we treat it like we're golfing at the Masters. For fuck's sakes, we keep score, and we just take it way too serious. But yeah, the elevators you guys see there, elevators go to the main floor, and they also go to the hotel. The hotel rooms are actually above this golf course. And they're shaped like little windowed buildings, like old school buildings. You guys will see. We'll actually wait till he goes up there and I'll show you guys. You can kind of see it from here. There you go. See, those are all actual hotel windows from the Fantasyland Hotel. They have themed rooms as well for your kids. They'll have like Disney themes or Pixar cars, or any little cartoon movies that have come out recently. Look at the spider webbing they're putting over this. This is kind of neat. I've never been in here during Halloween, believe it or not. All my years, I didn't know they go this far. Oh, they even got a big spider hanging on the tree there. That's kind of neat. Yeah, this is cool. There's the blimp with its propellers. Right in the center of the mini, but why is he looking at the nails? Look at the putt. Where are you going? Why are you? There's nothing down here. Like, why would he go down here? Who the fuck wants to see this? Let's skip ahead. Does he even go back up? Okay, he doesn't. Alright, let's skip ahead here. Oh, we got a seal performance. Okay. So I think every 4 hours they have a seal. The seal performs, and they got their mics and everything, and it's free. You can go sit inside there if you want. I think it's like $10. You can sit inside and you can get your picture with the little seal. He'll pop out of the water, and you can get a picture with him beside you. Sea Lions Rock, it's called, apparently. I didn't know the name of it. And right here is the entrance to the aquariums down below. Marine life. Walk to that gate and you go into that little fish mouth. If this guy really wants to do a full walkthrough, he'll spend the $10 and go down there and look at all the marine life down there. I go down there every 5 years or so. It's pretty neat. I love animals though, so I'm a big animal lover. So the escalator you see to the 11 o'clock upstairs is the one coming down for the movie theater where we first started out. There's the Cinzio to the right on the main floor. It's been there since I was a kid. I'm a big cinnamon bun lover. Again, here he's going down a dead wing. There's nothing down here, man. Turn around. There's nothing down here. Who the fuck does this? You got the rec room down here, that's it. We're gonna skim ahead of that. I think that's it. Yeah, he's going to bars and stuff, it looks like. I think we'll conclude the video upstairs right here. Because he's actually going to this is above the mini bud, this is the hotel rooms I told you guys about. Those are all hotel rooms if you need to stay here. They face out towards the mall. It's pretty neat. Right in this middle archway bridge, they put a massive tree up to the ceiling every Christmas. Right where this lady's standing. I think she's singing. You guys won't be able to hear it. Yeah, she's singing. Right where this woman's doing nice opera singing, which actually would be nice to hear right now, but not for an ASMR video, unfortunately. It reminds me of being York, England. There was a really nice opera singer there. We're getting off topic. But there's the two elevators. Like I said, they go to the main floor and they go into the hotel as well. The lobby is downstairs as well. But yeah, this is the top of the mini bud. And you guys, this is going to conclude our mall rat video. Man, this was a longer video than I expected, but we're just walking down memory lane for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, if you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I look forward to more videos like this. I'll try to get a fragrance video out for everybody this week as well. We'll try to get the spring list out. But everyone have a great day. You know, if you fell asleep, hope you have a really good sleep. And enjoy your day, guys. Peace out.